respected Thai dear community, good morning. While we wait for everyone to join, maybe we can start with a fun practice song called I Like the Roses. It's one of the children's favorite songs. Dear respected Thai dear community, good morning and happy Thanksgiving. My name is Sister Huang Ying. It means Sister Tranquility. To my right is Sister Noenim, meaning Sister Inner Strength. And we have Sister Thuy Thieng, Sister Daffodil, who's on guitar. And for today's Day of Mindfulness, we would like to start with some practice songs.
Chính thức á, thì nội cho biết được không? Tại hồi nãy thì về kêu Lam đó. Lên rồi.
Okay. And so singing meditation is one of our basic practices of Plum Village, and it helps us to nourish our happiness in our daily life. And so we don't sing just to sing, but we also practice what we are singing. And our first song is called Breathing In, Breathing Out, and it is one of our Plum Village classics. So when we say breathing in, we practice being aware of our in-breath, and when we're saying breathing out, we want to practice being aware of our out-breath. And this song also has some hand movements, so if you would like, please join us. Please join us with blooming as a flower, or being solid as a mountain.
the mountain, I am firm as the earth, I am free, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am water, reflecting what is real, what is true, and I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free, I am free, I am free. So dear friends, the second song is called Ingratitude. When we sing this song, we can offer our gratitude to our beloved one. And this song also have hands movements. We can also join with us.
Ingratitude,
You have water, sis, of love in me. Ingratitude, ingratitude. You will water, sis, of love in someone too. I know you're there for me, and I am so happy. Ingratitude, you have water, sis, of love in me. Ingratitude, ingratitude, I will water, sis, of love in someone too. And when you suffer some, please call and I will come. Ingratitude, you have water, sis, of love in me. Ingratitude, ingratitude, I will water, sis, of love in someone too. I know you're there for me, and I am so happy.
And for our last song, it is called Whenever I Wake Up. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we would like for us to be aware of all of the good conditions in our daily life. And we are reminded to be grateful and happy that we're able to do them.
Whenever I wake up, I feel happy, aware
for practicing with us. And with the next sound of the small bell, we would like to invite Sister Yeon Yim to offer her Dharma talk. Thank you.
Good morning, dear brothers and sisters, dear friends. Happy Thanksgiving. We're very happy that you're here with us. So let us enjoy 3 sounds of the bell. We will practice a short guided sitting meditation before we start the Dharma Talk. So find yourself a comfortable position, sitting upright, your shoulders relax, and come back to your natural in-breath and out-breath, and just let the guided words help us to come back to the present moment. Enjoy your sitting. Aware of my eyes, I breathe in. Smiling to my eyes, I breathe out. Eyes smiling. Aware of my ears, I breathe in. Smiling to my ears, I breathe out. Ears smiling. Aware of my teeth, I breathe in. Smiling to my teeth, I breathe out. Teeth smiling. Aware of my heart, I breathe in. Smiling to my heart, I breathe out. Heart smiling. Aware of my lungs, I breathe in. Smiling to my lungs, I breathe out. Aware of my lungs, smiling. Aware of my liver, I breathe in. Smiling to my liver, I breathe out. Liver, smiling. Dwelling in the present moment, I breathe in, enjoying the moment. I breathe out. Present moment, enjoying the moment. Dear Thai, dear Sangha, thank you for practicing sitting meditation with us. I hope you feel more relaxed and being in the present moment. So today is the 26th of November, year 2020. We are in the Great Togetherness Meditation Hall of Blue Cliff Monastery, and we are online. And in the spirit of celebrating Thanksgiving, today's topic is going to be on gratitude, mindfulness, and happiness. As you have been practicing the guided sitting meditation, you see that we did the exercise on awareness of our eyes, our ears, our heart, our lungs, etc. It is a way for us to give thanks to our body, because when we can be aware of our body, we can be aware of what's going on in our body in order to take better care of it. And knowing that our eyes are still in good condition, our heart is still in a good condition, it can make us very happy. So you might ask why we practice gratitude. So according to our teacher, we practice gratitude in order to see that we have enough conditions to be happy, and that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes we live in a place, or we work in a place, and after a while we might not feel happy, and we think that the other side or the other field, the grass is greener over there, so we tend to look for something else and not to be happy in the present moment. So when we practice gratitude to know that we have enough conditions to be happy, then we stop running, we stop looking for something else outside of us. And secondly, it helps us to treasure what we have. Thai say, I have enough. And he used to write it in big calligraphy, I have enough. It is a reminder that we have enough, whether it's material things or other things. Kate Flanders, the author of The Year of Less, she wrote a book about how she make a commitment of not spending, not shopping for a year to see what will happen. And she only shops for things that are essentials, like food or things in the daily life. And she decided to take an inventory of her wardrobe and of the things she has. She make a list of how many items she have each, like how many dresses she has, or how many pair of shoes, or shirts, etc., or shampoo, or toothpastes and toothbrush. So when she did that, she realized there are many things that she haven't used within the year, and she decided to box those things up and give it away. And the thing that she has that's still in good condition, she make use of it. And this is a result of after being in debt for a few months. She have a large credit card bill, so she decided to do this. And after a year, she saved a lot of money. And this money she used for doing the things she liked the best, which is traveling. Because in the past, she always worked, but she never had the time to enjoy herself. So after being able to not shop for a year, she saved up some. She was able to save up some money in order to enjoy what she liked to do. So this year, I also feel inspired. I also want to make the vow to not to shop for winter things, my winter clothes or whatever winter accessories that I need. I decide not to buy anything else for the winter essentials. And the next reason why we practice gratitude is to help us feel fulfilled. The Buddha taught us Drista Dhamma Sukha Viharin. It means that we can live happily, we can dwell happily in the here and now. That means that our mind is not going back to the past, if it's a beautiful past, and cling to it, or is searching for something better in the future, but to be in the moment and to accept whatever is in the moment. We know that right now we are facing the COVID, so it can be challenging, and it can be very difficult for many of us to dwell in the present moment. We want to wait until we have the vaccine. We want to wait until we can travel again to see our friends, our family who are living far away. So sometimes I have that in my thoughts too. But I come back and I can see that this present moment I can also enjoy. And the fourth reason is to help us balance our unwholesome thoughts. They call it changing the CD. He used to say changing the peg, but nowadays nobody build houses with peg anymore, so changing the CD seems more applicable. Because when we practice gratitude and we see that we can be happy, we have enough conditions for our happiness, then we don't tend to fall into the unwholesome thoughts. let's say that somebody caused us some irritation, but when we look deeply and we see that, this person suffer, and we, let's say it's our close one, our friends, our family member, and in the past they have done us some good things, or even if it's your colleague, then you can think of something positive about that person, or you have some gratitude toward that person, then immediately we change the state of mind and we can balance out unwholesome thought. And there are ways we can cultivate our gratitude. So first of all, you can write a list of things that you are grateful for or you are thankful for. In the past, Thầy used to advise us to write a list of happiness, because Thầy say that there's no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. So instead of saying, write down what you're thankful for, they say, write down your happiness. But it can be difficult for people if they don't really know what they are thankful for. So it's always good to start with things we're thankful for, and that can bring us happiness. Recently, I also write a couple of things that I feel inspired for the day. I feel thankful for the day. I think that being in the monastery, we're very privileged to have the place to do sitting meditation. We're able to listen to Thay's Dharma Talk. We're able to share the mindful meals together. We're able to do the mindful walk together. And maybe for many of you, you don't have a chance to go to your Sangha meeting because of COVID. So for me, I'm very grateful that I have a Sangha to practice every day. But of course, you're welcome to join us too, online. We're your Sangha online. Another thing you can do is to meditate or to pray. This is gratitude in thinking or in thoughts. When we suddenly think of that person and we feel thankful for them, immediately our heart feels bigger and happier. Recently, the sisters have sent a lot of prayers and chanting to various people, also to Thai, so that he could have good health, and also for people who have COVID or people who are sick or ill or passed away. We keep them in our thoughts, and that's one way we can cultivate our gratitude. We can also thank people in writing or in speaking. That is gratitude in speech. And Thanksgiving, I know it's a perfect time for us to do that. We can write a small note to our mother or father or to our children, our brother or sister, and to express how thankful we are for them. And we can also offer help or doing a favor for other people or living beings in action. We can express kindness through our action. We can help other people with things that they need. So that is also another way of offering gratitude. Or at home, when you putting together the Thanksgiving meal, you can give a hand to your mother or your father to set the meal so that they have more time for you and not just get busy in the kitchen. And last but not least, is something I just came up with lately, is to take care of oneself. Because sometimes we think that to offer gratitude, we have to do it for others. But sometimes it has to start from us. Because if we don't love ourselves, it's very hard to love other people. For me, especially in the COVID season, my daily regime is to exercise, to walk every day. Because I feel that if I don't do it, I will feel a little bit depressed or low, especially the winter time. And then my body also feels sluggish, and I don't have the energy to do many things. So I'm very grateful that the Sangha have walking meditation. But when we have lazy days, then I try to do walk on my own or walk with another sister. We can also learn to relax because it's very easy to get stressed. You might not believe it, but in the monastery we can also get stressed with things that are in the Sangha. Because we have to also take care of the Sangha, and it's like you out there taking care of your family. We have issues we have to deal with. So when we learn to relax, when we learn to de-stress, it's also another way we can express gratitude. So there are many of you who have already been practicing mindfulness, but there are some of us might be new to the practice. So I just want to share how we practice mindfulness or how to meditate. Whether you are meditating on your cushion, which is called sitting meditation, or you are taking walks, it's called walking meditation, or you are eating, it's called eating meditation. So when we meditate, the first thing we do is to come back. We come back to our mindful breathing, our in-breath, our out-breath, and we become aware of our body and our mind. So that's the second thing. We recognize what's happening in our body and mind. Or if we are eating, we are recognizing the food in front of us, we are recognizing the people around us. And the third practice is to embrace or to calm whatever emotions or pain that we have, or whatever mental formations or the state of mind that we have. We embrace with the energy of mindfulness, with our love, and we calm it down. And sometimes our emotion can be very strong. We don't try to push it away. We don't try to calm it down right away. It's very difficult if we have a strong emotion like anger or very low state of mind like depression. Sometimes it takes a few days or weeks for us to take care of it. So we have to also be patient. And the fourth step is to look deeply. When we're able to calm our emotion, our pain, we can look deeply into the causes. Why do we have that anger coming up? Is it really something that person said, or is it something that we already have? For instance, our seed of anger is already very strong, so that we just need a small incident outside in order to touch that and to be angry or to be sad. So we look deeply to see why our emotions has come up. And sometimes for no reason, those things come up, then it could be something from our ancestors. Myself, growing up in the war of Vietnam as a toddler, I'm also aware that there are sadness that transmitted from my parents, my grandparents, because they have gone through many wars in Vietnam. And when I was practicing in Plum Village, those sadness just come up, especially when it's raining. And I wonder why, because growing up in America, I don't have that many difficulties. I don't encounter a lot of sadness. But all of a sudden, this overwhelming sadness just come up. So I do walking meditation, and I come back to my breathing, and I realize that, this sadness is from my ancestors. It has been transmitted to me, and it's in my body, in my mind. So when I have enough space to embrace it, it just come up so that I could take care of it. So I try to take care of it for many months, and eventually it goes down. So looking deeply is very important for us to practice. And when we look deeply, we can also see the way out. Either we change our way of thinking, we change our way of living, we change our way of consuming. It's called changing the CD, or changing the pathways. Scientists have proved that we can change our neural pathways, how the brains work. We can think differently, more positively, and that would change the way we react. So the next time you react to something, you can reflect on this, and instead of reacting, we can enact, we can respond with mindfulness, and that will help us not to get caught up in our emotion. In 2010, Oprah Winfrey has conducted an interview with Thai, and you can watch it online on YouTube. And our brothers were there. I wasn't there for some reason, but I was reading the interview that Oprah has conducted with Thai, and she asked about many things. And one of the things she asked was, not really asking, but she was just commenting that people nowadays are so busy, even the children are busy. And so in order to respond to that, Thai said that, with mindfulness, you can establish yourself in the present in order to touch the wonders of life that are available in that moment. It is possible to live happily in the here and now. So many conditions of happiness are available, more than enough for you to be happy right now. And I think I can read her question, even though she didn't ask the question, that when people are too busy, they fail to recognize the conditions of happiness or the wonders of life that are available in the here and the now. So when we can learn to slow down, when we can learn to stop and just be still and come back to the present moment, then we can acknowledge that there are many conditions of happiness that are available. Thai also said that when we live in the spirit of gratitude, then there will be much happiness to your life. So I think the reason why my topic for today's talk is gratitude, mindfulness, and happiness. It is because the three inter-are. With mindfulness, we can give rise to happiness. And with happiness, we can give rise to gratitude. Or it can be the other way around. Because, as we already shared, when you're mindful, then you can recognize the condition of happiness. And when you're happy, you feel very full, so you also give rise to gratitude. But sometimes just gratitude alone can give rise to mindfulness. Because when we write down our conditions, when we write down the things we are grateful for, then that can bring us the state of awareness to be aware that, yes, we have these grace, these blessings. I think the happy people are the people who have gratitude, and they focus more on gratitude. And if we focus a lot on our miseries, our difficulties, then sometimes we lose touch of gratitude and happiness. So let us enjoy one sound the bell together. Enjoy our breathing. We know that for Thanksgiving, many of us take the time to prepare our Thanksgiving meal. And the sisters here, we also take the time to prepare for the meal since yesterday and today also. So I'd like to share with you the food contemplations. This one is for the young people. So it's something not only for the young people, it can also be for the older people. But it's something refreshing for us to practice with. So when we prepare the food, we can see that the food is something that comes from the whole universe, comes from many elements, from the earth, from the sky, from the rain, from the sun, from the living beings that make up the food, or the plants and minerals. And when we see that and we eat the food, then we feel very rich. We don't feel that we are separate self. And we give rise to gratefulness. We thank the people who make the food, the people who are planting the food, or right now, during COVID time, the people who are transporting the food and delivering the food to our door. Recently, because of the pandemic, the sister had been ordering online or picking up at store, but not going inside. So every time I see the delivery person coming to our door, I feel very grateful because they are doing that work for us, so we don't have to go out. So when we see the food, we give rise to this, and it makes us happier. Sometimes there are children who never seen, how the plant is being planted. They see the carrot, they see the potatoes, but they might not know where it's coming from. They just think it shows up in the supermarket, and mommy or daddy just go and buy it. But actually, there's a lot of hard work. I know our sister here in Blue Cliff had planted the vegetable garden, and it takes weeks and months in order to have something coming up so that we can eat. So when we can look deeply and we see how the food being made, it makes us happy and feel grateful. And as you serve your meal, you can be mindful of how much we put on our plate so that we don't waste the food, and we chew the food slowly so that we can enjoy it. Talk about food. The other day I saw a Thanksgiving greeting card online, and the card has a turkey. And a turkey, put one foot up and hold up the sign, Happy Thanksgiving. And for me, it's quite ironic because for the turkeys, I don't think they're happy at all in Thanksgiving. So there was another greeting card that has the turkey holding up a sign, say, eat ham instead. It means that it makes me happier if you eat the ham instead of eating me. So, and somehow this morning I was thinking that I hope somebody make a card with the turkey holding up a sign, eat vegetables. Because every time Thanksgiving come around, I feel very sad for the turkey, and I often pray for them. At Blue Cliff, we have some wild turkeys. I've seen them in the summer, but somehow now I don't see them. And I often keep them in my prayers during Thanksgiving because I know it's a day where people kill a lot of turkeys. And so maybe we can contemplate, maybe we can, if this year you have not think beforehand, then maybe for Christmas or next Thanksgiving, we can try to go without the meat. We can try to go without the turkey. I have to say I'm very proud that I have been turkey-free for 30-some years since becoming vegetarian and not having to eat turkey on Thanksgiving. So if we could cut back the meat, even if 5 days within a month, we can already reduce a lot of killing animals. And they say that if the meat industry can cut back 50% of their production, then they can already save a lot. They can save the environment and also spare the lives of many living beings. So I'm also very happy to know that there are those of you today that you're not cooking meat for Thanksgiving. I know that some of the friends text me, like Mom. She said that she will prepare papaya salad and coconut sticky rice for her Thanksgiving. So no meat. And Tina, our next door neighbor, also said that she's making veggie pie with cranberry sauce. And the nuns here, we also make, I heard, mashed potatoes and hot pastries and cupcakes and some other Vietnamese dish. So I hope at least you have one plate of vegetables for your meal today, so that we can protect our Mother Earth. So when we put the food in front of us, we also see that the food gives us the energy to practice, to be more loving and more understanding. We eat the food not just for the sake of eating, and we eat the food in order to nourish ourselves, to have energy so we can offer to others. And last but not least, we eat this food in order to be healthy and happy and to love each other as family. I like the word eat right or eat well because it means that we eat what our body really needs, what is right for our body. But sometimes we don't have the awareness, so sometimes we eat our habit, and that habit can cause a lot of problem to our body. So when we eat right, it also means to eat in mindfulness, to know, to listen to our body, to see if our body can accept the food. It's very surprising, but if we take a moment to breathe and to look at the morsel of food that we're about to put in the mouth, the body will say yes or no. And I noticed that many times. But sometimes our body say no, but we still put it in our mouth. That's our habit. We don't have to eat everything because sometimes there are food we can tolerate, but there are food that our body cannot tolerate. So I think mindful eating can help us a lot to know what is good for us and to know what we can avoid. And we practice eating also to nourish our happiness and nourish our love for our family. When we sit together as a family, sometimes we don't have to say the whole contemplations. We can just say, be grateful to the food, and we be grateful to each other, and we eat in mindfulness for a couple minutes in silence, 5 minutes or longer, and that's already enough. Sometimes Thầy said, instead of saying the 5 contemplations, he just said, this is a happy moment. So we can also do that with our family when you eat your Thanksgiving meal today. So, in the Harvard Medical School, they have the Harvard Health Publishing, and Dr. Michael Miller, he published an article that says that, and he did a research with a couple of other doctors on gratitude and how it can have effect on people. And as a result, they found out that gratitude helps people to refocus on what they have instead of what they lack. This is like what Thầy shared to us too. When we have enough, then we don't focus what we're lacking. And by acknowledging the goodness in their lives, it helps people to connect with something larger than themselves. Other people, nature, or the higher power. So when we can see the positive elements in our lives, then we can connect to something larger than ourselves. If we only see the things that are going wrong, then we can close up and we don't see anything else. But when we open up ourselves, we can see something else. We can see the people in front of us, we can see the people around us, we can see nature, or we can connect to something higher, the spiritual power. And expressing gratitude helps people to feel positive emotions, to relish good experience, to improve their health, to deal with adversity, and build strong relationships. So when we can express gratitude, then we will tend to touch more the positive emotions, because if we complain, then of course our mind tends to go towards that way, and it tends to fall into the negative emotion. Or when we relish good experiences, it means that when we've gone through something positive and we enjoy it, we really treasure it, then that helps us to maintain a positive attitude also. And that can improve our health and help us to deal with the difficulties in life and to build relationships. I think it's very important in the world, especially in the corporate world, that people always encourage others to express gratitude, because that helps the worker to work along harmoniously, and also to help the employees have incentive to do something better. When I was with Thai, when he gave the talk in World Bank, I saw in the meeting room, they have several steps to the meeting, and one of the steps is to acknowledge the positive things that the employees have done, so that the boss or the employer can have a chance to acknowledge it. And sometimes when I hear other sister, other friend complaining so much about something, I often kind of remind them or joke with them, but do you like this? So it's a way for me to connect to my sister, to my friend, but also a way to help them to see that, do they appreciate something, or they only want to complain because they don't see what is good. So sometimes for myself too, I have to pause. When I complain about something, I have to pause and also to see what is the positive thing, or what can I be grateful for. And that can help us to be balanced. So, dear friends, we're very happy to be with you together. Today we just give a short Dharma talk because there will be some other sharings, and also we want you to have time to hopefully enjoy walking meditation, and also preparing your mindful meal, your Thanksgiving meal. So thank you again for being with us, and I hope that you take in what is shared today to apply into your daily life. I hope you have the time to slow down, to stop, and being aware of what is in front of us, so that we can recognize and be grateful for what we have. We can look at our children, we can look at our spouse, and look at our dogs or cats, and be grateful for their presence, and water the seed of gratefulness every day. So thank you again for being here. We will enjoy 3 sounds of the bell, and please stay on with us if you can. So I think Sister Flower will come and share some appreciation.
respected lady Sangha and dear friends, we would like to say thank you to Sister Yeung. She gave a wonderful Dharma talk this morning. So, on the occasion of Thanksgiving Day, as in the Sister Yeung Dharma talk, it's a chance for us to write and speak about our gratitude to the people who donate to the Blue Cliff Monastery. So we monastic of Blue Cliff Monastery would like to say thank you to our friends who have given us support since the beginning of the pandemic this year. We have received a lot of love and support from you through donation of materials, money, and food. We very much appreciate this support, which has helped us continue on our path, the path of love and understanding. We have felt very grateful and happy when some of you have driven in your cars to bring food to us here at the monastery. We appreciate that you brought the food to us because you knew that we could not go out for shopping. So when we cook and eat this food, we feel lots of love and gratitude. Every day, as we practice sitting meditation and walking meditation, with every breath and with every step we take, we always remember you. Each time we practice meditation, whether sitting or walking, we remember you and we feel gratitude. Because of your support, we can continue to practice. That's why we are here. This way, we can continue on the path. We want you to know that we have a lot of gratitude to you and that we will continue to practice wholeheartedly. We feel nourished by you, and at the same time, we wish that our practice will bring you peace and happiness. We know you are there, and that's why we are very happy. Thank you very much for all your support, your donation to our monastic at Blue Cliff Monastery. Thank you very much. So now I would like to introduce Sister Blue Sky. She will come and share with you about how to practice walking meditation.
So good morning, dear friends all across the world. Welcome to this wonderful togetherness, Thanksgiving at Blue Cliff with the sisters. So I would like to invite everyone to just to come back to yourself, just like Sister Young shared. Just allowing yourself to come back with your mind and body to come together. And when your mind and body come together, I wish everyone just to let your pain, your emotions, all the way down the bottom sole of your feet. And when we walk in meditation, you allow all your pain and your emotions so that Mother Earth can embrace your pain and emotions. When you make a step, this is your in-breath. This is your in-breath. This is your out-breath. This is your out-breath. And this is your out-breath. And your in-breath and your out-breath can coordinate together as one. Just allow yourself walk naturally and leisurely, without any force, without any effort. And when you walk like this, you let Mother Earth embraces your pain and your emotions. And also, you can thankful for your ancestors transmitted all your wholesome seeds and unwholesome seeds. And allow them to walk with you. Thank you very much.
So dear friends, now we end of our day of mindfulness at the online. So we would like to wish you have a happy Thanksgiving Day. And now you can continue to practice walking meditation with your family, with your friends. And we still keep social distance for the pandemic. And then later on, you can enjoy your Thanksgiving meal with your family. The meal, a lot of peace, with a lot of peace and happiness. Thank you very much for your